Thank you, Tom, for that introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is George Economakis. I'm a CanBIM board director and currently working with AECOM. My focus with CanBIM is to act as a liaison and support to our think tanks. The think tanks are an opportunity for passionate, forward-thinking members to come together and find solutions to our industry's challenges and drive us forward with one common goal. And that goal is to advance our civilization by driving our industry to be global leaders in innovation and technology. We've decided to sit down with two of our think tanks, the Development, Asset Management, and Lifecycle Think Tank, and our Project Delivery and Risk Management Think Tank. Today, we have two think tank co-chairs who are industry leaders in their respective fields, Geraldine Rayner and Catherine McInnes. Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. Please take a moment and introduce yourselves, the think tank you represent, and its purpose.
So hi, I'm Geraldine Rayner. I'm the Managing Principal of Summit BIM Consulting. We're a consulting group that is focused on helping owners achieve their BIM goals. So we help them understand how to ask for a BIM deliverable and how to collect and collate all that data and take it right through for life cycle purposes for facilities maintenance and operations. So the Development, Asset Management and Lifecycle Think Tank, which is a bit of a mouthful, is focused on the importance of owner-led BIM rather than design-led or construction-led BIM. The goal is to educate and expand the thinking of owners and their industry partners to view BIM as a process-driven activity rather than a software activity. So the goal is to help long-term benefits for facilities maintenance and operations of a defined BIM process in the procurement, maintenance, and operations of facilities.
Great. Catherine?
I am Associate General Counsel for IBI Group, which is a technology-driven design firm that is headquartered here in Toronto. Among other things, I manage our disputes portfolio worldwide, and I work closely with all of our design professionals to reduce risk on projects. Prior to joining IBI, I was in private practice in Toronto as a commercial litigator. And more importantly, for today's purposes, I am the chair of the Project Delivery and Risk Management Think Tank. And we are co-chaired by Jason Lewis, who's senior legal counsel with WSP. The goal of our think tank is to provide advice on how law and regulation relate to emerging technologies and delivery methods, and to help the CanBIM community deliver better projects with fewer hiccups and headaches along the way. And I would say our North Star is just the belief that design technology, including BIM, makes projects better, both for clients and for the public at large, who sort of bring the projects to life. And it's a bit of a statement against interest for all of us, but ultimately the goal is to need less legal advice along the way.
Great. Geraldine, your think tank is focused on the facility maintenance and operations, and sometimes that responsibility really falls under the contractor if they walk into a P3 agreement. But ultimately, the owner does inherit and own the asset management systems that were put in place. So what does an owner require to ensure that they will receive the system that they need with the information that they need?
Well, it comes down to having defined it clearly in the beginning. So it's very hard for the teams to deliver on an expectation that's not clearly defined. And currently within the industry, there isn't a lot of clarity around the definition of various terms that are used. And we're going to work with Catherine and her group to try and define those terms so that it can give some clarity to the industry participants.
That's a good point. I find that what we call the scope of work or the service agreements that are provided are sometimes lacking of the information of the regulating what the owner needs. I agree. That's a great purpose for that think tank. Catherine, there are some similarities here. I mean, Geraldine brought up that you're going to be working together. So being in the field myself and working a long period of time, there are really risks involved based on traditional methods, going into a 2D to a 3D world, going from plain line work to in-depth data that can be extracted now. So what are you finding as some of the biggest risks that design technology professionals are occurring today?
I mean, I think one of the biggest risks for design technology professionals is actually, to Geraldine's point, educating clients, owners, and other stakeholders who would normally be involved. Overall, my experience as a lawyer has been that design technology and DT professionals actually reduce risk and provide better results. And I am not getting paid to say that. The biggest risk from my perspective is that design technology is just not being deployed enough and that people don't understand it. And I've spent a lot of time working with our own internal design technology team so that I better understand it and understand the benefits to it. So to that end, I think part of our goal next year for the project Delivery and Risk Management Think Tank is to continue on with that education, including working with Geraldine and her think tank. We also have an article coming out on integrated project delivery and why it's ideal for BIM, and that also reduces risk when it's deployed correctly. So we sort of have a case study of a project out in Edmonton that went really well. We're also working on a article and perhaps something larger in terms of AI technology, building information modeling and smart contracts and how they can be used to deliver better projects as well. And we have sort of the ongoing project delivery presentations that we plan to do throughout the year.
Amazing.
On the risk aspect, I think one of the other things the owners or the asset management lifecycle think tank is looking at is what are the fundamental basic questions that owners should have asked and resolved internally before they embark on any BIM process. There's some fundamental things that they need to have clarified and internally understand. And that's a piece that we want to develop as well. Don't embark on this unless you actually have answers to these questions.
So what I'm hearing is education. We need to
absolutely.
We need to educate the industry. We need to educate the owners. And I truly believe, I've gone from the contractor side to the design consultant side as well. And sometimes we need to have, them understand the real risks that can be involved, but at the same time, the benefits that come forward from using intelligent properties. But that's why the think tanks were created. It was to bring industry leaders like yourselves to come together, collaborate, and look at really what is, might be missing in the field, but not being shared. We all have, our respective companies that do their due diligence and do their intelligence, but it's pretty much stays there, right? It doesn't get spread out, to the owner, to the industry, to the construction association, to Royal Architects Association, and so forth. It sort of stays in-house, and the think tanks are for CanBIM are to solve those problems that are in the industry, solve the problems that our members are facing, and be able to educate and pass that information on. So with time being of an essence here, I really want to thank you for participating today, and I look forward to working with you moving forward. I really do, and we'll talk soon. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We truly have dug in our heels with what I consider some of the most important issues we are facing. I look forward in working with these think tanks and can't wait to see the outcomes. If you are interested in joining these think tanks or any other ones that we have, visit our CanBIM website. The think tank exists for you, our members, and we are here to solve pressing issues that we are facing. If you can't get involved, we understand that. It doesn't mean you can't speak out and let us know what you're thinking, so please reach out. CanBIM is here to partner with you and drive our building and infrastructure industry to become global leaders in technology and innovation. Once again, I want to thank our chairs today, Geraldine and Catherine, for joining us. And I hope that it was insightful, and we look forward to meeting all of you on our next event. Back to you, Tom.